For more than 30 years, the Children's Board of Hillsborough County has been responsible for investing local public funding to nonprofit organizations benefiting the county's children and their families. The board is one of 8 independent children's services councils in Florida authorized by the legislature to create special ad valorem taxing districts with the sole purpose of investing in children and families. Children's Board funding supports 4 priority areas. Children are developmentally on track, children are ready to learn, children are in safe and stable homes, and children themselves are healthy and safe.
We know that prenatal care is incredibly important, both for the expectant mother as well as for the developing fetus. We know that the most rapid development in the brain occurs between birth and age 3. We know that young children, if they do not have a stable and loving and secure attachment with a caregiver, are most likely going to have difficult relationships for the rest of their lives. And we also know that 3rd graders, if they're not reading on grade level, are going to struggle to keep up with their peers for many years to come.
Today, the Children's Board invests approximately $42 million a year, with 87% of that amount dedicated to programming. The board partners with nearly 4 dozen local organizations to provide more than 60 separate programs.
There's over 200,000 kids that received services just last year through our providers. So if there wasn't a children's board, I would hate to think what would happen to those kids and what their lives would actually be like.
Nelda Goodgames is a caregiver for her granddaughter Lila. Together, they attended board-funded programs to improve Lila's motor skills, to get her ready to read, and to learn how to count to 10 in Spanish.
Unos, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, seis, siete, ocho, nueve, 10.
Oh my goodness, high five.
Today, 3-year-old Lila reads at a 5-year-old level, giving her the opportunity to excel in school.
But that program made a big difference in my life, and I'm college educated. So it's things that we still didn't know. Good example, tiptoe walking backwards. Oh my goodness, I'd never heard of mid-crossing, where you take a toy and you go back and forth, left to right. That gets them ready for reading. I didn't even know that. Thank you, Lila. So we've learned a lot. I've learned a lot, seriously. And I said I wasn't gonna shed a tear. But talking about the program is very important to me. Thank you, I'm sorry.
Nonprofit organizations have the opportunity to partner with the Children's Board through a competitive application for funding. And there is ongoing oversight to ensure programs are held fiscally and programmatically accountable and operating in the most efficient and effective manner. Monitoring includes on-site visits to ensure fidelity to the performance model and evaluation outcome. The Children's Board supports 6 family resource centers conveniently located throughout Hillsborough County, with one operating at the board's headquarters in Ybor City. The centers offer programs for children and information and guidance on a wide range of subjects for their caregivers. The centers also serve as listening posts that help the board gauge the immediate and future needs of the community. Town hall meetings are another important way of getting feedback.
And I happen to have been at that meeting that was held for the group, for the residents here in the South County area. And what was said loud and clear was that the lack of childcare opportunities for kids was a major concern for those parents. And so what we ended up doing is creating a training program that helps those women that have both an interest, a passion for early childhood development and education, and train them to be educators of children by becoming licensed family child care providers. This past year, we just helped to launch the first family child care home that came out of this training and development process that we put in place with the funding that we received from the Children's Board. In the next year, we hope to open up the 6 more.
I've had an opportunity to answer the question of why do we tax ourselves for the Children's Board. The same reason we tax ourselves for the school district. These are our most important resources, our most precious resources. If you don't invest in children, you've missed the whole point of being in a community.
The Children's Board is very important to our community. It is perhaps the one organization that has the ability to be as creative as it needs to be in order to solve problems affecting children and families.